Hi there. Um, I want to talk about health. What is health? Health is an overall sense of well-being that is reflected upon the body. Well, I want to share my experience with health. I have had some troubles in the past. Everything for my healing began when I turned 21. I had many childhood fears that were implemented upon me from surroundings, parents, movies. I would watch scary movies when I was little. I would have nightmares. Anyhow, all of these things gradually disappeared in the course of childhood as you play and stuff. But somewhere on a deep level, these things are still taking a toll on your life. They're in some way limiting you. So when I turned 21, something happened, and all of these childhood fears just reemerged out of nowhere. Anyhow, uh, and it was ridiculous because you're 20 years old and all of a sudden your childhood fears are back. Really, really, you can really feel them. It's not just, I couldn't sleep at night. It was so real. So I decided that this was not going to be, because you can't live without sleeping. And I was lucky enough to find a book at a friend's house. I was looking at the section with the books and I saw it. It said The Healing Code. I was like, well, this is going to be interesting. So I opened the book, and the bigger part of the book is explanations about how it has worked for other people, how the author himself found this system. And the most important section, which is separate from the rest of the book, is on the technique of how to do the particular healing code. So if you don't want to read the whole book, you can just skip to the technique section. So basically what it is using the power of your hands and some sensitive points on your head to achieve healing of all kinds of beliefs, stress, negative associations on a very subtle level in your body. We're talking about cellular and subconscious levels. So I did this for my little fears there, and they were gone in the first session. It took me 6 minutes to finish completely with what started in childhood and what was obviously taking a toll for a long time. Anyhow, what I'm saying is that if you have a fear that is very you can feel it, you're thinking about it all the time, that could actually be a good thing. Why? Because things that are conscious to you are surfacing. So if you have something on a subconscious level and all of a sudden it awakens within you, it means that it's resurfacing. So it's time for it to be healed. It's time for it to go. So you can really use this healing code as things are coming up, because I've found that once you start clearing up, you can find deeper levels of things that maybe you have forgotten, but they're still in there. So it takes, with my experience, it takes shorter time to fix things that are on a conscious level. Now, it takes a little bit longer to heal things that are within the body. I mean, ailments, pains, and so on. Although pain can also be fixed really quickly as well. But I'm talking about diseases and chronic diseases now. These are beliefs and subconscious patterns that have already manifested in your physical body. So your conscious mind has been going through something, And because your conscious mind can't process everything, it sticks it down. So all these fears and stresses, they go down in the body, so the body holds them. The cells of the body have memory and they hold whatever you've experienced, so they're holding on to it. As you heal, you start bringing these things out from the disease. You start bringing them into your conscious mind, healing them. They're gone, more come out. So that's how physical diseases usually have a way of reversing themselves. So they started in a particular pattern of thinking, so they're going back until you rewind the disease or whatever it is. So how the healing code is done, you use the tips of your fingers, you put them together, and you imagine that there's rays of light coming out of them. You have, in the book, there's written a sample affirmation that you say before the whole session, or you can say it as you're going along, just like a meditation. You go into this affirmation state and you use your hands. So you put your hands right here where your third eye is, on your forehead. You hold it there for about 30 seconds, 2 minutes. You go down right here at your neck area. And then you go at the bottom of your jawline, where your jawline starts. And then to your temples. And you do this for 6 minutes. You switch, switch, switch. Although I have done it without a timer, I don't know if I have done it 6 minutes, more or less, doesn't matter, because I usually do this when I go to bed, because other than helping me with different stresses and fears, it helps me go to sleep. I use it, and if I'm not knocked out before I finish it, after I finish it, I'm definitely knocked out. I sleep really well with it, because the body goes into a kind of meditative state in this session. For me, maybe for everyone it's different, but it works. It really works. And I believe that everything can be healed, more or less, and a person can help themselves with this and begin to see the world through a little bit of a different filter. As things are dropping off, you start seeing life in a more brighter fashion. And I believe that everyone can live a better life if they begin to heal themselves first.